The foundation of this build is a sheet of really cheap Luan plywood that my local supplier carries. It's 1/4 inch thick and it was $24 for a full 4x8 sheet, and let me tell you, the quality reflects that. This stuff tears out like crazy. I got it for some drawer bottoms, I used it a little bit, and I'm ready to get rid of the rest of it and use it for this shop project. So I'm cutting it down into 30-inch wide by 36-inch tall sheet that'll be the backboard for my sticker wall. Since my table saw only has a 30-inch rip capacity, I rip it to 30 inches because that's one of the dimensions I need. And then I take one of the ends off by just taking a little bit off up against the fence, leaving the majority on the other side. With the other end being a clean cut, I measure out from that end the 36 inches that I need, and then I measure from the other end of the plywood to that point so that I can know where to set my fence to cut that section off, leaving me with 36 inches. If you like seeing different ideas for shop projects, I have a video on building some saw blade storage, and any future ideas will be posted here as well, so please consider subscribing to my channel. Now, I don't know a ton about Luan, but I believe it's one-sided Luan plywood, and this seemed like that side. It had a lot more grain and figuring to it, so I was hoping that would be my outward display side. But after I got it sanded down, flipped the other side over, and looked at the other side, I realized that I'm going to use the more simple side because you can see a couple ridges running down your left side of the plywood. They were kind of dented into it, and it was going to go through the veneer to be able to get that flattened out and work nice. Getting the whole face smooth, I wanted to use up some of the stain I still have laying around because I almost never use stain anymore, but I hate to just get rid of it. But I like to keep things light, even though I prefer darker furniture. In the shop, lighting is limited still, so I wanted to keep it light, so I had some whitewash that I wanted to put on here to see how that looked. And after a very small application, I realized it was going to do absolutely nothing to this wood. Did not change it in any way. But I couldn't just do one corner, so I continued to do the rest of the panel, so at least it looked uniform, even though it didn't really change the look of it at all. I'll be using 4 black standoffs on this sheet in order to hold up a 3/8 inch thick sheet of plexiglass where the actual stickers will go, just to give it a little bit more depth and look a little bit more interesting than just having a piece of wood stuck to the wall. So I'm measuring out equal distances from the 4 corners where the screws will go through the standouts into the wall itself and then ultimately support the plexiglass.
I just want this like this forever. Now I can't pull myself together. Feel like this nicer weather won't last. Go so fast. Strawberry summer wine, so sweet and so divine. Won't let it.
While I don't have to be super picky with where this is mounted, I did check and make sure I'm not going to hit any wires before I decided where it was going to go. So I got the piece level, and that 1/4 inch ply was so light I could just hold it up with my hand in order to drill the initial pilot holes through the board itself and into the drywall so I could see where everything would be mounted.
Go so fast. Strawberry summertime, strawberry summertime. Will you just last forever, forever? Strawberry summertime, strawberry summertime, strawberry summertime, strawberry summertime.
Now, one thing I learned on this project that I will remember for the future is when drilling through this plexiglass, it has got to be supported on the underside, and you should be using minimum pressure because I blew out quite a bit of plastic off that backside. And while most of it's covered up by the standouts, I still know it's there, and I could have done a better job with that. But I've never drilled holes through the plexiglass before, so live and learn. even for pretty cheap hardware off of Amazon, these were really easy to use, and I would recommend using these exact ones if you wanted to do a similar project. And if you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing to my channel. It would really help me out. And leave a comment below if you have a different idea for how you want to hang your stickers, or if you like this one. I love how this turned out. It was cheap, effective, and most importantly, my stickers aren't attached to tools that I might not necessarily have forever. This I can take with me and move into whatever workshop I'm working in, so I don't have to get rid of anything, and my stickers will always stay with me. Thanks for following along.